On today's episode of Rennch, after 3 long years, we are going to reveal and see the wheels for the Blasphemy build for the first time. Now, if you're brand new to the channel, my name is Michael. Behind me is a 1969 Porsche 911S. It was a race car. I've converted it back into a street car. I've decided to power it with a twin-turbo Subaru EZ30R flat 6, putting out about 420 horsepower. It's got a lot of custom widgets and things on it that have been really fun to create over the last 3 years. But today is a very special day. As you guys know, because you're car guys, there are poignant moments during a car build, revealing the plan for the car, revealing the color of the car for the first time. First startup, huge, and getting the car onto its wheels, something I have not been able to do in 3 years. I had quite a saga with the wheels prior to SEMA. I was not able to find the wheels that I wanted. The ones that I had ordered didn't come in from Asia. It was a whole thing. Finally, I reached out earlier this year to Dan Pye from Augment Wheels. Now, Augment makes such incredible wheels. They make not only completely custom wheels to your spec, but a lot of the real classics they're able to recreate in different sizes and different widths. And that's kind of what I went for here. Now, I have such juicy goodness going on with my brakes and rotors that I didn't want to hide all of that stuff behind standard Fuchs wheels. But I still wanted a little bit of that Porsche classic feel. I asked Dan from Augment not to send me any pictures. I have never seen these. I have no idea if they will fit. I have no idea how they're going to look. I hope they're going to look amazing. Ironically, and since shipping companies apparently have a huge sense of humor, only one of my wheels arrived today. So there's 3 more that are on the way at some point. I have not received them yet, but I am so chomping at the bit to see this wheel and see how it fits on the car that I thought you and I would do that together. By the end of the video, I will have all 4 wheels mounted. I will put some rear brake rotors on this thing so I can mount them, and we will get this car down on its actual wheels, which is just mega exciting. I still have to completely create my braking system. I need to order a pedal box and some custom master cylinders. But today, all about these wheels. I can't wait anymore. Let's do it. Oh boy, this is exciting. Guys, this is so exciting. You know the deal. You know how exciting this is. Okay, let's go. This is like nerve-wracking. The sizing that I ordered is 17 by 8, 17 by 10. We were pretty measured and specific about all the offsets and things, so hopefully it works. Guys, this is it. This is the first reveal. So this one looks like the 10. This color looks insane already. Like I can just tell by this brushed satin clear-coated thing that it's just amazing. Okay. All right, let's look, guys. Here's, ah! Oh God, that is, yeah. Okay, hold on. There's so much here. All right, first of all, no, without further ado, let's make sure the Rennch logo is perfect. Look at those. So these are basically GT3 RS wheels that I had him scale down to a 17. I mean, they're jewelry. I don't know what else to say. What's going on here? Does that screw out, or what's the story? Yes. Does it push out? Okay. Look at he even did. I didn't even ask him to do this. Look at that. The finish is this satiny bit of amazingness. Ah! Oh my God, it looks so dope. All right, let me see here. Let's see if we can just stick it on I don't have my rear brake rotors yet, but let's see what we can do here. Part of the real nerve-wracking thing here is I've never measured for a wheel before. So this is just a whole fingers crossed moment that you're about to witness here. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Come on. Okay, I'm rubbing a little teeny bit, but that's okay. I think I have a little wiggle room to rub. Just a 10 mil spacer. All that's necessary. There you go. All right, guys, so it's the next day, and off camera, I did a bunch of stuff last night where I ran, I had a brake line running through the tunnel, the stock OEM brake line, and I actually connected the rest of the brake lines out to the calipers. So now I have that going. I cannot fit the calipers yet, so I can't actually see how they look like in the wheels because I don't have the proper rotors yet. So I'm running over to Pelican today to grab those rotors, and I'll be able to mount these rear brakes, which will be awesome because then I'll have the lines all the way up to the calipers, all done in the back of the car, and I got to run the front of the car. However, today I got the other 3 wheels, and this is a front. It was so nerve-wracking trying to fit the rear. I hope that the front fits the way it's supposed to, as it was my first time measuring for custom wheels. These are 17 by 8, also by Augment Wheels. If all goes well, I'll be able to see them on the front with that caliper, even though I'm waiting for the brake rotor to get here next week. I will say though, these are like Rolexes on every corner of my car. They just look so beautiful. Very light, very lovely. Look at this. Oh man, that's so cool. So this is Dan, who owns it. And as he was prepping this stuff and getting it ready, he accidentally dropped a tool on the center cap and he dinged it. I see it here. He touched it up a little bit. It looks fine, but he said, I'm making you another one and we'll send it along. So thank you, Dan. You are awesome. Augment Wheels, guys. They will make you the raddest, beautiful pair of wheels that you can imagine. So let's see what these look like. I love that there's still a little bit of dish in the front. God, they're so beautiful. I wish you could really see this satin finish. You can kind of see it on the inside here. Look at that. It's this beautiful, like, satin silver. Let's cross our fingers and make sure this thing fits. Come on, let's go, baby. Let's just go in, go to your house. Don't be mad at anything.
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh, yes, dude, yes. Oh, that looks brilliant. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let me crank some lugs down. I can't wait to show you guys how bitchin' this looks with the brake rotor. Oh, let's go. Oh, come on. That's ridiculous. Let's go. Now, do I wish that I had planned for 17-inch wheels from the beginning? Of course, because I would have done bigger brakes, but I think this car is going to be plenty light. I think these brakes are going to be overkill as it is. The fitment is brilliant. I actually have plenty of room to space out if I need to. And I've got the car all loaded up with tires. So I'm going to run these wheels right now over to the tire place and see if they can mount them up for me. And we can see if we can get this car on the ground today. Well, guys, I have the wheels back and I'm just about to mount them. I have to run to Pelican to get my brake rotors. Just had a little incident with this wheel, unfortunately, where I just the sidewall, so that's going to have to be dealt with. Looking forward to getting these things mounted up. All right, I'm back from Pelican, and I've got a couple things I have to do here, not the least of which is cut off these welded on tabs so I can fit a rotor over here. This swing arm had been designed around like really big racing brakes, and because I'm putting standard fitting brakes on, I don't need this tab anymore, but it actually interferes with a smaller brake rotor. So I'm going to cut that off. By the way, say hello to the new Rennch Ride, which is a 2015 Chevy Volt. Got tired of spending $140 every couple of days on gas for the Panamera. And this thing's great. You know, you can fit an entire Porsche hood in the back of this car. How about that? So here are my brake rotors. Hopefully they fit. I need both hands for this, but I'm actually going to try to paint the hats, and while I'm painting the hats, I'm going to cut that tab off. So I think I'd rather have these hats be black. So I'm going to see if I have enough of my favorite little VHT paint. I might be out of it, to be honest, but if not, I'm going to hit it. As it turns out, I don't have any roll bar and chassis paint, so I'm just going to go ahead and mount these things up just so I can get the car on the ground. I think I'm going to have a little teeny bit of clearance issue. I'm going to cut those ears off right now and clearance the other swing arm, and then we should be good to go to mount this bad boy. All right, I had to do some serious clearancing to get these things on, cutting off big old chunks of aluminum, which you just saw me trying to do, which takes a long time, man. This is like 1/2-inch thick aluminum. It was not easy to cut, but got them clearance now. There's no rubbing. There was like a ton of rubbing before. So I just got to screw these on. I did get some screws from Pelican, and then fit the rear calipers. And then finally, we are ready to mount these wheels. This is so incredibly nerve-wracking to set it down. You know, this is where all the measurements you do and all the stuff over the last 3 years could potentially backfire, or it could be exactly what you want. So I'm going to lower the rear with my fingers crossed. The front is still super high. With a strut suspension, they just sort of sit there like this, and then they have to settle down and get that camber in there. So I won't really know how it sits until I kind of roll it around a little bit and it settles where it's going to be. Of course, that's infinitely adjustable with this particular suspension, but yeah, you never know. Wow. Frigging wow. That's insane. Well, what a day. I mean, come on, Ben, obviously you approve. They are, it's like a Rolex on every corner. And to be honest, they turned out pretty much exactly, it's kind of hard to see, this one's a little dark, but these are these wheels. I did sort of hint at them a long time ago. They were part of the modern look of the car, but they still harkened back to that same 5-spoke pedal Fuchs pattern. And the brakes are such a centerpiece of the outside of this car, being that acid green, that I didn't want to hide them behind a set of Fuchs. And the color is just this lovely satiny, sort of shiny paint. I'm heartbroken that I have already dinged one up, but I did speak to Augment about it and they told me how to fix it. Anyway, super excited to get the rear brakes on, get the rear rotors on. Again, that's also a first time for this build. I have a couple of things I have to fix. I've got a little clearance issue with my coolant hose that's running in that wheel well. But as we like to say, everything is figure outable. If you have not already subscribed to this channel, what the hell are you doing? Subscribe. I'm building this cool car. It has not driven yet. And this thing's got to drive yet. I've never driven this car, so I have to make sure this thing drives. It's gonna rip. I can't wait to that. Got some surprise guests coming on in the next couple of weeks. Maybe a dude from Australia, we'll see. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. As always, please high five. If you'd like to support the channel, by the way, Rennch.com/high five is where you can do that. Certainly right now, donations are the #1 way you can support. I need a bunch of parts that are a little bit expensive, and at 30,000 subscribers, YouTube ain't paying me. So you guys keep on rocking. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.